up, guys? Here at the venue.
What's up?
We're ahead of everybody. Yeah. What do you guys have to say?
Looking forward.
Know your directions, man.
Yeah.
Get there on time.
Get a good navigator.
Yeah.
Good navigator.
Good
Yep.
navigator.
We're the early crew,
Yes.
so
It's gonna be exciting to learn everything, though. Looking
Yes.
forward to the seminars
Very
tonight.
much.
let's go get checked in. Wow, very fancy, very fancy.
All right, we just made it here to the convention center to get Expo started. We got Craig in there doing a seminar, and we are waiting for the next one to start. Got my coffee ready.
Cheers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you got to bring out the boba.
Cheers. I made him try boba. He's not a fan so far.
Not a fan so far.
I am clearly a fan of the boba. Ready for a nap. You guys better keep me awake. I'm going to bill it to Southwest.
Exactly.
Southwest, I'm tired.
So, already recording?
Yeah.
Yeah. Second presentation ever, and it was on a subject that really isn't very exciting, point of sale systems, but we got a lot of discussion and it was fun. We talked about accepting tips and tip culture right now, which is, you know, interesting and popular even if you're not in bowling. We talked about e-commerce, all kinds of stuff, but it was fun. I always enjoy getting with people that, you know, are passionate and care about what I care about, and it was a good time. And I'm also happy that it's over. So I'm excited to hear about Mark and Bufa's fitting stuff. So we'll see that coming up next. I'm here with Mark Bufa from Bufa Distribution and Spectrum Pro Shop Software. You are presenting today on fitting. Tell us a little bit about exactly what you're presenting and why you think it's important to pro shops.
Yes, yeah, that's a good question. For the end consumer, just be open to trying something new sometimes. I would also say make sure you get your fit checked on a yearly basis, especially if you have a big sway in growth spurts for kids. So if your shoe size changes, definitely get a fit change. And you know, for us adults, if we maybe a little bit too much to eat during the summer months, maybe get that checked out as well. But you know, just keep the like I said in my presentation, there's no such thing as a golden fit, and the fit keeps evolving with time. So keep that in the back of your mind. Get with a good pro shop operator, with a good pro shop chain, just somebody that you trust, similar to your dentist or anybody else that you trust for other services. Get with someone you trust and trust them. Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks, Mark. Great
Yeah.
job today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys. What did we feel? What did we take away from this?
There were a few couple little things we took away.
I have many notes.
Yes.
I have many notes.
The analytical one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Many ideas that will come to fruition.
The PVC pipe.
Yeah.
Anything specific like stick out to you guys that you think would be of value?
Well, the PVC pipe for
Tell us
lateral.
about the PVC pipe.
So that had measurements on it to do lateral thumb pitch, because everybody's wrist is different. And so I've got someone in my shop who's rather large, and so he can't grab his wrist. So how does he get lateral thumb pitch? So
That's actually a good point.
Everybody's got oval thumbs to some degree, so having some type of fitting measurement or process to make sure that everybody's thumb fits properly is huge. I mean, everybody's hand is a little bit different, so to capture that difference.
Can't wait to get into a little bit more of the two-handed players, no thumbs for centerline transfer, and of course there were a couple of comments made about quadrants instead of angles, so something more to dive into soon.
Axes for two-handed players, as well as like adjusting pitches and grip pressures to accommodate, make sure the feel's still good for two-handed bowlers. There's a lot of good stuff.
So what I'm hearing is I'm the perfect guinea pig.
Yes.
Yes.
So I have Brad Hagan here, world-renowned collegiate coach, national title winner as well.
International.
International
as well. We got some medals on there too.
Yeah, exactly. But so I'll probably want to pick your brain coaching-wise as well. But what did you think of Chad being here this year? He hadn't been here in a long time to talk to pro shops. What do you think of the questions that were being asked and any takeaways?
I believe the biggest thing out of our group is we wish we had more time with him. The guy is so insightful. Next summer, Washington, D.C. Bowl Expo.
Yeah.
We're going to roll out a new program available to the IPSIA clientele and eventually available for everybody. But we're really going to harness a ground up approach.
Cool. That's exciting.
How we can get more involved to help the PSOs, to help numbers, to help retention, to build the future of our sport.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it works out, but I'm pretty excited about it.
Cool. So Washington, D.C. 2025.
Yeah, watch out for that.
IPSIA, it sounds like we'll have some cool announcements. But Brad, thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
One of the biggest takeaways that I got from that Q&A was his passion on growing the sport. And the way that he is going about doing that is ensuring that we are protecting our youth and making space for them in the sport of bowling. And he's doing that by the different divisions that he has for the junior gold tournaments, and also through the SMART program as far as the scholarship money and how it's being protected and distributed to the schools.
The money, the travel expenses to be able to go on a team with USBC youth ending at U18, why not have a U20, U22 division for bowlers who can't go out and go to a college team or go to Wichita or get acceptance into college for bowling?
Yeah, good question. The simple answer to that is someone might say the world's a crazy place, but there has to be a clear separation between adults and children today, and it has to do with all of the bad actors. It's just that simple. And so to protect a child from a bad actor, there has to be clear separation, and that separation is the legal limit, which is 18, that we choose to make it. It's part of our USOPC governance. It doesn't mean that 19 and 20-year-old bowlers are important to us, right? It isn't. You know, that rule could include some folks that are born on a certain date. We chose to do it in line with the membership, but the simple answer to you, well, none of it would hold up if you have a 22-year-old boy bowling with a 17-year-old girl. It just doesn't work anymore. It might have worked for years, but that's the simple answer to the question. Might not be a popular one. I'll apologize to you because it feels like you're a good guy and you just want something for you. But at the same time, in the larger world, 20, 21, 19, 20, and 16 and 15 doesn't work anymore.
So I had a... Oh my God, unbelievable. All right. So I had a couple takeaways from the Chad Murphy Q&A that we had. The first thing for me is just relating to string pins. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk throughout the Valley and really throughout the entire world about string pins. And he said there's only about 20 or 30 certified centers across the United States. I thought it was going to be way higher. It definitely is not. And that it is not even a thought in their 3 or 5 year plan. So we're pretty far out on string pins, so I think everyone just needs to cool their jets and just continue to bowl.
How many are you for string pin certification? Joe hands. Yeah. A few of you, but not a lot of you, right? Because I hear on the internet this is going to take over the world, and it's coming, right? I just gave an interview, Craig, where you at? He asked me, he's like, hey, you're going to have string pin setters at the Open Championships next year, and I said, no. And I followed up by saying we wouldn't even consider it. The consumers don't want it. That's the reality of the situation. Will they want it more over time? Maybe. How long will it take it? There's, I believe, 28 certified centers today. It's really small.
In addition to that, and probably the most substantial thing for me from Chad is just how honest he is. He was not afraid to answer any question that we threw at him, whether it was about the string pins. Of course, soft bowling balls came up and talking about purple hammers and the SPI stuff. And he was very thorough and just totally honest with us. He didn't try and beat around anything.
The harness has a standard deviation similar to a manufacturing facility standard deviation building a bowling ball. And so if you don't want to have a ball out of spec, don't get anywhere near it. I see, because of the deviations that go with it. The hardness tool is more than acceptable. Are we looking for other ways? Yeah, we are. For COF, for COR, for all of the tools that we're using, because they are all dated, if you will. But generally speaking, if you're on a stand in our lab in a controlled temperature environment, How many places in the world could you do that? Right? It works. If you're in a bowling center with a handheld and you're just punching it on your lap with the ball, right? It's a different story. It doesn't work. But if you think about all of these years that this has been used for hardness, why did this happen is the question people should be asking, not the tool. I hope that makes sense to everybody. How did this happen? And there was a huge event that really nobody paid attention to because of the hardness for USB-C, ABC was 72. The PBA had 75. And so everybody built over the 75. And so nobody made a ball under 72 because they were building them all over 75. And then the PBA said, hey, we're not going to measure balls anymore, there is no 75. And so the manufacturers slowly but surely, not all of them, slowly but surely started making those balls. Softer and softer and softer. And we got to the point where you were being too soft. That's what happened. Not the tool. Good question.
All right, so we just finished up our seminars here at Bowl Expo. Really informative, kind of on the status of the industry, new things coming out. A lot of really interesting talking points that we're going to take back home and kind of share with our customers. A lot of good information on base fitting and some different ways that we could run our processes and procedures that I'm really excited to implement in stores.
We found out some just a little bit more insight on string pins and some other really good details that we would like to share coming from Chad Murphy with USB-C and kind of the bigger picture in the game of bowling going forward.
What do you think?
I liked that he talked about the Open Championships numbers, kind of the incline versus the decline, pre and post COVID. It was definitely an eye opener to see, as well as membership numbers.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, let's go. My biggest takeaway from the seminars today was how the manufacturers were telling us how they plan to be consistent on the number of balls being released every year. So that's great information to take back to our customers.
Yeah, I agree. We have a pretty good understanding of how many we're getting every year and every month, realistically, from the brands. Overall takeaways, I think our sports is in really good hands. We got a lot of good stuff on the horizon.
My biggest takeaway from the day was current market share, how the manufacturers are doing the ball releases, how they're going to start using AI to make small stuff.
For me, it was some of the tips and tricks from the basic fitting seminar. Found some things that I'll incorporate in my shops, as well as training new folks.
Guys, so lit.
It's probably the CISO.
Strong guys now. DiCaprio's? Thank you. You know, I get champion. This quality's not very good, Josh. All right, 1 out of 10. The food. Heat. 8. I'm going 9. 9, Josh. I'll match him. 9. 9. 8. 8. In the middle. 8.5. 8.5. How do you say the name, sir? DiCaprio. DiCaprio. Like butt cheeks. Look, what did you teach? 8. 8.
9.
9. That's a solid 8. Guest appearance. 9. The real foodie.
8.5.
Yes. 9.134.
I want to not need more time to think, so I'm going to throw it to who is ready. And then whoever, you can throw it to the next person. It's a purple hammer, so if you need to strike, you can also throw
Cheater.
it. But
I don't have it.
Is that a 2016 or a 2017?
It does not have a serial number, so it is illegal.
Throw with your left hand.
It is illegally soft.
The highlight was meeting up with Jerron Booker again. I had the pleasure of meeting him the night before he won the USB-C Masters at South Point. I was watching some other people bowl. He was there getting a hot dog for the first time. And then just catching up with him after he had won. So that was the highlight for me for today.
Cool.
Awesome. Is there anybody who's ready?
Oh, of course he wants a purple hand.
Guaranteed strike. For sure, my favorite part every time I come is just networking and getting to see a bunch of my buddies that I haven't seen in a long time. Seeing Perry and Farber and just all the crew that I haven't seen in a while. It's always super cool to get to see them and see how things are going. Kendall Miles, chatted with him for a while. By far my favorite part. That's what this is all about, is networking and getting together with all those guys for sure.
We'll throw to another lefty. Why not?
So, my favorite part of today was talking with Hank Boomershine a little bit. I got to pick his brain about kind of systems thinking and what he has planned for the future. Super interesting stuff. Can't go into too much detail, but hopefully more to come from Storm. But that was my favorite part of the day today.
That dude is smart.
He is a
really smart.
What are you most excited to have an impact on as Director of Quality Control?
Ooh. I think that I have a really great opportunity to help raise the overall quality of our employees and kind of helping them to have the knowledge and the tools that they need to make an impact with customers daily. I think it's walking in shop to shop, it can feel different, so trying to make that experience feel as close to the same no matter where the virtual bowl display is ideal. And I think I have a really great opportunity to make it happen.
I just remembered what so I was very surprised by Hank Boomershine's presidential jokes. What was the one? It was like based on handicap. First he said he was alluding to golf handicap, and then he was like maybe just mentally handicapped. And then we don't know who's going to win.
Or physical. I was thinking,
yeah, and then I think you made another joke after that. I was like, wow, and it's like to the public. So it's kind of cool to see someone really high up like that and still kind of be vulnerable and kind of open and talk politics with a room full of people, which is why I love bowling. It's like people are super genuine. Everyone's doing it because they love it, not because they're really trying to get super rich. And you have pretty much one of the top guys at Storm. I mean, president of R&D,
VP
I think.
of sales.
Yeah, VP of sales. Yeah, VP of sales. Talking about politics and being mentally handicapped.
He's a dude. He's
just a guy.
I was surprised by that, so it was pretty cool. Anybody want to go next? Oh,
jeez. Try again. Purple's only good on one.
12.
Two hands.
Way too fast.
So my favorite part of the day, my biggest takeaway would be just speaking with the different people that work with the manufacturers, won't give out any names, and just hearing about all of the things that they have coming up in the future. It's a lot of exciting things happening in the bowling world. Stay tuned.
Who is your favorite manufacturer?
Oh, let's go around the table really fast. Pop, just boom, manufacturer table. Doesn't have to be your favorite manufacturer, just the table that you thought looked the best. Jopo.
Jerry's a really nice guy. He's funny, just down to earth.
Throw it out there. Doesn't mean you love the products, just the table looked the
demonstration.
Strikeforce.
I
like how they
KR Strikeforce.
Strikeforce.
Anybody not KR Strikeforce?
Yeah, 100% KR.
Yeah.
KR. I really liked Storm's plastic ball core things.
Yeah.
I thought those were
like a 3D printed core.
Yeah.
That's cool. Those were pretty cool. All right, sorry. Who's next?
Richard.
Lefty.
Today was just great. There was a lot of networking going on, a lot of insight in technology advancements coming out pretty soon here. Storm has made a couple of comments now. Brunswick's made a couple of comments. So I think we're all really excited to see the next step.
Yeah.
And see where we're going.
Oh no. Oh, that's wrong to you.
My favorite part was dinner. Just being able to good food, number one, but
it was very good food.
Being able to get everybody else's perception on what they thought was cool today, and just hearing everybody else's thoughts about everything we did, and our little magic trick show we got at dinner. So that was
yeah.
French. I still don't know how it worked.
I'm looking right at it and I don't see it.
Yeah, that Ace of Hearts, man.
I thought the panel was pretty cool. Bufa really kind of just piggybacked on the IPSIA standards, and that was a really good reminder of fit and what is included in a base fit, as well as Chad presenting some of the numbers for Open Championships, Women's Nationals, membership. I would have liked to dive deeper into how those numbers can correlate even more, and then just networking, connecting with the guys that we only see once a year,
and then kind of trying to learn about what's coming.
Yeah.
So.
Here's another quick, you can just say it out loud. After watching Chad talk at length and answer questions from everyone, is your perception of him more positive, more negative, or neutral? Or the same?
I think it's more positive.
More positive.
From the start, he was like, this is an open book. I mean, he only presented for 15 minutes, and we took questions for literally an hour. I mean, the dude's an open book, and he's very transparent and honest. So yeah, I would say my perception is definitely very different.
I would be just leery on things you see on the internet. I'd be
he was.
People skew words like the game telephone.
People have agendas and they want to push that.
It's
not
100%.
Yeah, I was very, very impressed of how honest and like right to the point he was with literally every single question that was thrown at him. Whether it was string pins and Open Championships, PWBA, PBA versus Open Championships stuff.
Soft bowling balls.
Soft bowling balls. That's a big topic though. And he did not try and tiptoe around an answer. He was just very genuine of this is the way it is, and this is what we're gonna do, and this is what we're not gonna do. He just didn't give us any crap, which I really, really enjoyed.
Chris, who was your favorite presenter today?
I would say probably Chad. How much of an open book he was. I mean, Buffa did a great job, but I would say that was more of a reminder based on all of us being within IBSIA of just what a good fit is, and sometimes you're not very cognizant of that, doing it for longer and longer and longer, you know.
Sure.
So it's a good reminder.
Yeah. And we had one left, I think.
Mr.
Mark.
Barker.
Guest appearance, special guest.
So for me, I want to touch upon a couple points that were made by a couple of guys here. For me, I'm not just out of region, I'm out of country. So a lot of these people I only get to see maybe once a year. Some I haven't seen in maybe 2 or 3. So for me, I get to mingle with them, and to touch upon your point, you get to see a different side of those people than maybe what you see in videos that they put up with the brands and whatnot. So the whole week for me is kind of the highlight, because it's something that I don't get to do outside of the U.S. So
It's true.
Yeah,
it's very true.
Yeah, well, that's cool. That's great. Well, day 1 wrapped up.
I just want to say one thing, if that's okay with you.
All right, if you
throw the ball to him. Throw the ball to him.
It's been so cool, this opportunity. I never would have dreamed that I would be traveling, doing something I love, which is videography.
Yeah.
So thank you, Craig, for giving me the opportunity to do this and to show my craft. But also seeing all of you guys. You guys are so fun. Your chemistry with everybody is just awesome, and it's really a positive impact that influences the people around you. I've seen your interactions with other vendors, and they're like, "Oh, you're from Virtue. Hey, how's it going?" It's just a really positive energy and a positive influence that you guys give off to everybody around you. And I think that's really good, especially in today's age, but also in just the business side of the industry.
That's cool.
Thanks.
For
That's
that.
awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you, man.
Sweet. Well, nice work, guys.
Let's give a round of applause for Craig.
Now, this is when Josh goes, "Oh, I forgot to hit record." That's normally when I'm in a position.
What's up, everyone? This concludes day 2. We had a lot of seminars today, learned a lot of new techniques and practices to come back home and use with you, the customers, just give you a better experience overall. Stay tuned for day 3. We are going over all of the new products that they have coming out for the next couple months and everything that they're going to use in the next league season. So stay tuned.